Welcome back to another episode of Hot Outdoors. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. It's going to be a little something different. Today we're going to be doing a underwater footage video with my 5 best winter bass lure choices. And I wanted to make this video because most of y'all and me, when I was back then, didn't really know what to throw in the winter. I just threw the exact same thing. But today I'm going to break it down and show y'all exactly the steps and exactly what to throw. And underwater is going to show you not only how it looks, but how it's different in the winter than it is in the summer. Stay tuned, and I hope y'all learned a lot today. Alright guys, so they always say save the best for last, but today I'm not doing that. I'm going to go from the best to the worst. Well, not worst, but like my favorite to my least favorite. So I'm going to do 1 through 5. So my first favorite of winter lure choices is a Rapala jerkbait. I mean, it don't really matter what brand. Rapala, I think, is the best. I've used them for years. And Rapala jerkbait, as you can see, I love these things because they're thin. They glide through the water really well. The bills are built really well, and I really do love them. But this is my favorite lure to throw in winter. So I'm gonna go ahead and chunk that in the water, and so y'all could see how how it goes. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put this camera over here so y'all can see, y'all can focus on the way I'm moving my rod and the way I'm really doing this in the winter time. So stay tuned and hopefully y'all enjoy. Guys, we're going to go ahead and give her the first cast. That, like I said, the first bait of choice, Rapala jerkbait. So here we go. So what you do with this is you reel it down at the start to get this bait down, and then what you're going to do is you're going to give it 2 jerks. Boom, boom. And it's literally just going to do that, and then you pause. Boom, boom, pause. So snap, snap, pause. So then you hit it because it's a suspending jerkbait. So when it hits, it goes boom, boom, stops, starts floating down, boom, boom, stop, start floating down. So that's what you basically do. You're just going to give her a cast out there. You're going to reel her in just a little bit to get her underwater. Boom, boom, pause. Boom, boom, pause. Reel your slack up, boom, boom, pause. Slack up, boom, boom, pause. Then you're just going to keep on doing that, and most of the time, as soon as them fish see it and you stop it, they'll slowly pick it up and drag it away, and then as soon as you go to jerk it again, you'll feel the fish, and that's most of the time when they hit. So, and when it's really cold and that water's below 40 degrees, then most of the time what you're going to do is you're going to boom, boom, pause, and literally wait probably 5 seconds to let that thing regenerate, sit there, then fish get a really good eye on it. And like I said, boom, boom, pause, reel a little bit, boom, boom, pause, boom, boom, pause, boom, boom, pause. But like I said, when it's cold, let me show you what you really got to do. You just boom, boom, wait, 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 boom, boom, wait, 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 boom, boom. And you just do that basically until you get a bite. But if that water column's 40 to 45 degrees or above, then most of the time you boom, boom, wait 2-3 seconds, boom, boom, wait 2-3 seconds, boom, boom, wait 2-3 seconds. So that is how you're going to use the Rapala jerkbait. Alright guys, so this lure right here is a 1/4 ounce football head jig, and it's just a dark brown color, and I got a little Rage Trail Crawl on there, and this thing goes hand in hand with my Rapala jerkbait. I almost put this one in the video first, but I just put it on second because I've caught more fish on that Rapala jerkbait. But these things in the winter catch so many fish, it's not even funny. So let me show y'all how to use this the correct way in the wintertime. In the summertime, you'd basically chuck it out there, jig, 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 drag it maybe. Wintertime, let me show you how it's done. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cast it out there. I'm just reeling it to my GoPro. You don't actually reel it. You just let it sink all the way to the bottom. When it hits the bottom, your line will go frill, and you'll know it hit the bottom. And what you're going to do, you're not going to jig. Do not jig when it's cold. Them fish will not pick it up, will not go with it. You're literally just going to drag to the bottom. You're going to just slowly pull it just like this. Maybe if you give it a couple little bumps at the end so that tail swoops up. But you do not want to jig it. What you're gonna, you reel back down, drag it again, stop. Drag it again, stop. That's basically what you're gonna do the entire time. And what that does in the winter time, they see them crawls, they know, okay, it's dragging, it looks like a little crawl. Because look, if you look up YouTube videos of crawdads underwater and fish are coming at them, they'll put their crawls up and they go in defense mode and they'll back up just like this and they'll flutter them crawls so that bass maybe get scared of them, which they don't, but them crawdads hope they do. So what this is imitating is that it's slower for them winter bass to pay attention to it, but it also shows that it's a crawl kind of submersed into the bass. So like I said again, you're just gonna literally pick it up. You're gonna drag it across the bottom. You're just gonna literally drag your rod straight, just like this. You don't wanna drag too fast because it'll bounce over that cover and just skip. You're just gonna literally drag it real slow, and this helps because you'll feel that cover on the bottom. Most of the time you do this when you're fishing rock beds, you're fishing trees, stumps, you're fishing layovers, you're fishing a riprap, whatever. But this is a good way to drag across the bottom and get them reaction bites on the fish. Now on to the third lure. Okay, so now for the third lure I chose today for this little video is a fluttering spoon. This is a really light fluttering spoon. Most of the time I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce or an ounce fluttering spoon because it's heavier, it gets to the bottom quicker. Most of the time I'm throwing this on docks straight down when I see them fish on my sonar. I'm throwing it basically on deep rock structures, throwing it on schooling fish. It basically is a shad imitation, and it flutters up, and when you drop it down it flutters down, so it looks like a dying shad in the cold water. But this is a really light one, but this is only one I had in that little box that I was just making the video over. I didn't want to go out to my boat and grab all this junk, but there it is. It's a little fluttering spoon right there. This one's actually got like a little descent fur on the back, but most of them don't. They're just 1/4 ounce heavy deals. And I'm basically going to show y'all how to use it and the right way to use it. Most people will just jig it, act like it's a jig, but it's supposed to be a fluttering dead shad. So first of all, you're just going to cast it out there. This thing is light. I'm just reeling it in front of my GoPro. You don't actually want to reel it. You're just going to let it sink, and you'll see it right there flutter down. And what you're going to do is you're literally just going to yank it up. And when you yank it up, it jerks up like that. Like, looks like a fish is finally getting his life again, and then he's like, oh, it's cold, I'm going to die back down. And that's basically what you're imitating here, is you're just going to cast it out there. You're going to... I didn't get it in front of the GoPro, hold on. Okay, so you're going to let it drop. As soon as you cast, you're going to let it drop. I'm reeling it in so it's in front of my GoPro. It flutters down, you yank it up. Most of the time when I'm fishing deep water and that big heavy one, I'll give it a jerk like pretty hard, but this is light and I'm just trying to get in front of the camera, so I'm not really jerking it very hard. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna let it flutter, hit the bottom, yank it up. Let it flutter, hit the bottom, yank it up. Let it flutter, hit the bottom, yank it up. So that like on a schooling fish, it'll look like when they're chasing them shad, a shad's dying, and it's just easy meal for them. So I mean, why wouldn't a bass want that? I really love this lure when it's cold. I fish a sailboat club and it's really, really deep, 25 to 40 feet. And I'll just drop that thing down there and jerk it up on them schooling fish back in them coves in that sailboat club and just slam them. Catch a lot of sand bass on these things too, so be ready. But that is basically how you are going to use a fluttering spoon. That is the third lure of the winter. I like this thing. It doesn't catch tons and tons of fish. It'll catch a bunch of them, but I think you'll have better luck on either a jerkbait or a jig. But that's basically how you're gonna use this in the winter. Man, I am cold. All right, guys, so the fourth lure, I really do like this one. I'm not sure why I put it this so far down on the list, but it's a Texas rig Senko. Nothing else. I mean, people throw Texas rig crawls in the winter, Texas rig tubes, everything. But I do throw tubes. I love tubes, but they're in my boat and I didn't go get them. So tubes are great winter baits too. But this is a Texas rig, Senko. I always peg my Texas rigs, so I always peg them. So that's basically what it looks like. And you're probably thinking, Texas rig, you jig that. I mean, you just jig it off the bottom and stuff. No, with the Texas rig in the winter, this is what I do. Every year, catch tons of fish on it. Pond fishing is great with this lure. Lake fishing's great. So what it does is you're gonna drop it, and that weight is gonna literally drop it straight down. It's gonna land just like this. It's gonna sit there, and what you're gonna do is you're literally not gonna jig it. You're gonna lift it straight up off the bottom, drop it straight back down. It's literally gonna glide and drop straight back down. It's called a dead stick rhythm. So what it is, it literally is a Senko, and it looks like a stick that's dead, and it just floats back up and down. And so what this does is, I don't really know what it imitates. All I know is it works very, very well and effectively, so I love it. So I wanted to show y'all it, but you're literally just gonna drop it down, let it hit the bottom, reel up a little bit of your slack, pull straight up, drop straight down. Pull straight up, drop straight down. And I mean, you can't go wrong with this thing. I mean, I've always caught tons of fish on it. Any time of the winter, it don't no matter what, if it's negative 30 degrees, negative 20 degrees, 20 degrees, whatever. You pick it up, drop it straight down. Most of the time, when it's really cold, I'll pick it up, drop it straight down, and just let it sit for 5 to 10 seconds. And then I'll reel up my slack, pick it up, drop it straight down, slam them. So that is the Texas Rig Senko Dead Stick Rhythm. Very effective lure in the winter. So now on to our 5th lure. Okay, so for the last lure, this one's not very much of my favorite. I throw it here and there when I'm not really catching fish. It'll catch you fish here or there, but most of the time, this is a better summer bait. And if y'all want to see summer baits just like this in the summertime, let me know in the comments below, and I will for sure make a video, because these are easy, simple, and fun for me to make, and probably fun for y'all, because y'all learn how to use these lures without having to figure it out yourself. So I'm a fan of it. Some guys aren't a fan of it. I'm on each side. I don't know really if it's good in the winter, but it works on ponds. It's worked for me in the lake. I don't know, but I'm gonna bring it in here just because it's worked for me in the past, and might as well put it in here. It is a little chatterbait, most of the time black and blue. I don't really care what the water clarity is. If it's black and blue chatterbait, most of the time it works, but I didn't have another black and blue, so I just basically grabbed this one. It's just a little purplish, yellowish colored. It's just like a dark side where a shad's been laying, and then a bright side. And what I just got to basically, I cut off a KVD crawl, the top of it, and just made it small for a smaller imitation in the water. And chatterbaits are the simplest and easiest baits to use. Aaron Greenfield, if you're watching this video, chatterbaits, literally this kid catches any fish anywhere on a chatterbait. So if you want to learn about chatterbaits, I guess I'll link him down in the description. You better pay me $10, Aaron, but yeah, so you just gotta cast it out there and just basically reel it. You're just gonna cast it out and reel it, and it flutters, it kicks. I think more it's a summer bait, but other guys think it's a winter bait. I use it in the winter here and there. Caught a fish actually the other day on it at a pond, and so I don't really know. I'm between, but all I know is it catches fish here and there, so might as well throw it in here. So this is basically, you just cast it out and reel it in. You don't want to retrieve too fast. You just kind of easily, just like this. I'll show you up close how I'm retrieving it. So I'm literally just going to cast it out and reel it just like this. That's as fast as I'm reeling right there. You just want it to glide through the water just like that. It's literally just going to shake, and you literally just glide it through the water. So that's the 5th lure, and I think that breaks it down to that is the last lure. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you've never seen my face, comment what you want to see on this channel, and if you didn't like it, leave your comment why you didn't like it, and I will try to fix it in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Peace. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I'm losing my mind, trying to stay inside the lines. It's like you're